Hello, Christina Rezzo. Thanks for tuning into this video, and I hope you all are doing well. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the video, and share it with your friends. So, the great news about Tucker Carlson and the exposure of the truth of the January 6th. So, I have to be careful when I name this video, especially on YouTube. So, I already did my podcast. It's a little over 10 minutes long. Charlie Kirk did a good job on the commentary. Rochelle of Diamond and Silk, aka Silk, had some people guess on to testify what the case was really all about. So, of course, you had liberals doing their backlash. I'm laughing because I can't mimic with how Charlie Kirk uh, imitated Whoopi Goldberg, saying that um, we know what we saw, or whatever she rambled about. Then you had Chuck Schumer, I think I'm saying his name correctly, who called it propaganda because you want to go back and look at Tucker Carlson's show from last night. Um, yeah, it's you can easily get it on YouTube. I think when I sit down and have time, I'll probably do it sometime during break tomorrow at work and watch the entire show. Okay, but I did find some information. It's news from the Hill. So the story titles Tucker Carlson shows the first of his January 6th footage and calls it mostly a peaceful chaos. Okay, sounds familiar. On the other side, they say, oh, it's a peaceful protest. Well, we see the evidence that it's not. Now, what they did with the little clips of the January 6th footages, uh, you know how when you want, uh, they take out, extract different scenes, and they only expose things that they want the people to see. And that's what they did with January 6th. With those riots, with thugs and criminals that resist arrest, we see that it is what it is. These people were actually violent. Okay. So here's the story. Fox News host Tucker Carlson released the first portion of never before seen angles of the footage from the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol by Trump supporters on Monday, this past Monday, describing the scene at one point as mostly peaceful chaos. Deadly destruction, insurrection. Everything about their phrase is a lie, Carlson said on his widely watched weekend program. Very little about January 6th was organized or violent at all. Surveillance video from inside the Capitol shows mostly peaceful protests. Now, inside, what they show you is, people running back and forth. There was a couple of cops uh, throwing things at the people from down, and people were running upstairs with flags and things like that. That may have been a very small portion. And who knows what those cops did to provoke those people from doing that. Um, I can't uh, uh, attest about inside the Capitol. They just had a right to be there. And you know how I know it was also peaceful? For the most part, in the intentions at least. When Trump actually said, because people blame him for provoking the so-called chaos that supposed to have happened, he actually told the people to go home. Okay, we love when he was on his way back to Florida. He told the people, go home. We love you. Uh, it is what it is, and closed it like that. I actually saw the video. Okay, at one of my favorite places I like to dine. There have been multiple deaths tied to the attack, and roughly 1,000 arrests have been made in connection with it. While some 500 have pleaded guilty, over their role that day, more than 100 law enforcement officers were injured during the riot. Carlson showed footage of people who entered the Capitol on January 6, roaming hallways without violating or warring with police officers. Okay, so there is a clip. Again, if you want to watch that, I'm definitely interested in seeing it, including Quanon Shaman, Jacob Chansley, being followed by officers walking behind them, passing a group of several officers without being stopped. Okay. Okay, so they actually have documents, not sure on how they got in, um, that something about the footage showing rioters breaking windows and vandalizing through the hallway. Tucker aired the footage, however, after granted success to the trouble of security placed by Speaker Kevin McCarthy, prompting outrage from Democrats. So that was up to them to put that in there, because a lot of them, they take over the press. Okay, so I'll close with a couple of quotes from Tucker Carlson. I can't mimic his vote, so his voice. So forgive me. He does have that news voice though. For more than 2 years, we have wondered why some in the crowd today who seem to be inciting violence were never indicted for it. We assumed these were federal agents of some sort. We still assume that. In fact, there were many examples of behavior we saw in those tapes that didn't even seem to make sense. As of tonight, we don't know. Because we don't know, we will not put their faces on the screen and suggest that they were federal agents. That would be irresponsible. So there were many mysteries we could not solve. So, the charge of the members of the January 6th lied that they even saw the security footage in the first place. Now, if the law is just, I know the Lord is just, but if the law of man in the land is just, whoever lied should be charged with treason of some sort. They're just spreading a lot of lies out there. My video 2 years ago was even flagged talking about this. In fact, I got a strike. That's why I can't even put the title in YouTube what I want to put on. Capitol Police also reviewed the footage shown on air. Carlson said their reservations were minor and responsible. His show blurred the details, like I said, of an interior door in the Capitol due to those concerns. Okay? So, because he exposed with examples and proof, so did Charlie Kirk today. I'm surprised, Tucker Carlson also has a day show, so you probably couldn't come on Charlie Kirk's if you wanted to. Um, it's right there. Now, suppose, like I saw the full video of that Tariq Nickel guy, that Rayshard Brooks, um, even the full Rodney King video is out there. Um, Jared Taylor explains it to the T. And this was something that occurred 30 years ago. Believe I was in my second or third year of high school. Um, yeah. So even the Word of God says, "What you do in the dark, always expose in the light. Your sin will find you out." And in this case, it's pride. Not pride, not like the protesters being proud of their country. That's not the pride I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that's trying to expose false accusations. That's their pride. Idolatry, idolizing what every Trump supporter was doing, every detail. Even though these people were exercising their constitutional right. And of course, the, I believe it's the 10th commandment, bearing false witness against your neighbor. So I'm happy to be able to do this video. Let's keep up the good fight, patriots. Pray for our nation. Pray for our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church. And as I've been saying, the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, and may his light shine upon you. And I'll talk to you as soon as he wills it.